Well guys, I'm more than excited about the progress we made, and I'm gonna go ahead and weld some pieces into here. We're gonna prep the surface, get everything at least primed up and ready for paint, and this car is gonna look night and day different. Now, I was very shocked, I gotta admit. I went ahead and posted some of the pictures of the disaster that we had over here on a forum, and so many people told me to scrap the car, get rid of it. And I couldn't even believe that they would say that. This is a car that's becoming so hard to find, and I cannot wait to restore it back to its, well, close to original condition as I can get it. And I can't wait to show you guys what you can accomplish with little to almost no experience doing an extreme case bodywork like this. Now, I've been doing a little bit of body work since I started YouTube, but outside that, I'm really just self-taught, and I'm gonna be self-taught on welding because I've only welded a couple of times and it did not come out well. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can figure that out so we can get those panels welded in there, get everything prepped up looking nice. This is gonna be great, guys. This car is gonna look so much different, and this is gonna be back on the road as an amazing classic car for many, many years. So guys, to most of you out there right now, this looks like a disaster and you might not see the direction I'm going, but trust me, this is where the magic happens from this point forward. What I really needed to accomplish right now is creating a new dam here for the water to flow down, because that was completely rusted out, and that is the most important part of this entire thing. So we were able to cut it out of a Mercedes, as you guys saw over there, and use those pieces to recreate this shape by just banging it into place and then tack welding it with some very poor welding skills. Like I said from the beginning, I barely have ever welded. I have a very poor welder, but I was able to penetrate, got this in here really nicely, and I was able to grind down all the poor welds so we won't even see it. So it doesn't matter right now, as long as this is secured in here, which it is. I've got it tacked there, I've got it tacked there, tacked along here, and really tacked along here. So it's gonna be nice and secure in there. The next step would have been to probably cut some of this out, put another piece of metal in here and weld that into place. But I don't feel comfortable with my welding skills, as you guys saw, and this is a little more intricate of a weld. So I'm gonna go with what I know and do a fiberglass mold of this whole thing. We're gonna recreate the shape, as you guys can see along here, that needs to continue, and we're going to fiberglass all this in because I have full access from down below, as you guys can see here, and full access to this. So I'll be able to fill all of this in. I'm gonna speed through a lot of it, not do a lot of talking, so you guys can kind of see the process. But at the end of this video, you're gonna see a huge transformation, and I'm excited about that because I know what this is gonna look like, and I know what I can do with what I have in front of me. So without further ado, let's get going. All right, guys, so I'm at the point now where I want to do a guide coat because I know that this is not level, but I don't want to overfill and fill in spots that are level. So what I'm going to do is hit it with some black paint, and then we're going to use a block sander, and we're going to block sand, and whatever spots still stay black, we're going to go ahead and put some more filler on there. Since I'm already hitting metal in some of these spots, I know that I'm down to the level area of this car. In some areas are actually dipping and waving. So we want to try to get this as level as possible. So that's the next step. So let's go ahead and hit a light guide coat on here. Well, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Now, I just went ahead and put some primer on there, some filler primer to kind of fill in some of the pinholes. It does need still a lot of detail sanding, and that's why I didn't get as far as I was expecting to get, because I do want to make this look a lot better than I originally was going to. Originally, I was just gonna try to get this to be in shape, but now I'm kind of fine detailing this with a lot of hand sanding, all throughout here. And you can see I've got this curve looking really good, this shape looking really good, and I still got to do some detail filling, some detail sanding. A lot of this is going to be covered with that piece that kind of goes over it. So I'm just going to kind of get this level here. I'm not going to go crazy with it. And then now I've got to go ahead and get this area here kind of filled in and sanded down just like I did this side. So a lot of work. I'm going to probably do most of that off camera. I might even start sanding down the trunk off camera, but we'll start with that, or at least part of that, on the next video. I'm gonna go ahead and get this trunk put back on so you guys can see how everything is starting to look and come together with the trunk on there. So let me go ahead and get that on and we'll finish up the video. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. I am learning a lot and I'm really liking the way that this is coming out.